A really tough couple of days on the bike, just relentless winds, things going wrong, not great sleep, I'm all wet, and now I have my first flat tyre.
My name is Adam and this is day one of cycling from the Arctic Circle back to the UK. I'm currently in Germany. I arrived yesterday from the ferry over from Denmark. The past few days have definitely been the hardest from the trip. The wind has been incredibly strong. There's been a lot of rain. My bike is broken. I've struggled to get places to sleep. I've struggled to sleep well. And yesterday I had a flat tire and the inner tube, the spare inner tube also had a hole in. I'm currently in day 22 and I now need to check out of this place, walk an hour and a half back in the wrong direction to the bike shop, try and get my tyre sorted, come back here, get my stuff, and then battle 80 kilometres in 45-kilometre-hour winds. Walking my bike on the main road. It's very windy. That didn't go to plan. The puncture is on my inner tube and my tyre. So yeah, tomorrow it is what it is. I'd rather just make sure that I'm ready to get up and get going. I don't want to have the anxiousness of knowing that any minute now my split tyre is going to cause me another puncture. We have the logo secured. We need to go into content that goes on the website. New wheel is on. Welcome to Germany. I'm cycling again, which feels nice. Germany day one. Bit of rain, but it's not the worst. Okay, welcome to another day. I haven't vlogged in a while, but we are joined by my good friend Nick, who I met in South Africa about 7 or 8 years ago. And he's going to join me on a bit of the cycle today. We are rocking, what bike we got? This is
Stevens Arcadis.
Yeah, it's looking nice, man. It's looking a lot quicker than mine, that's for sure. But yeah, you've kindly let me stay the night in Hamburg, and we're going to go on a little cycle. I've not had much experience of cycling with someone, and it makes all the difference. I can definitely see the appeal to this lifestyle. Cycling, chatting, coffee shops. Yeah, I like it. You off? Dude, thank you so much for everything, man. It's been sick to see you. What I didn't realise in my cycle with Nick is that he too had a tumour removed. And not only that, but his partner lost a loved one to prostate cancer. The two charities that I'm raising money for. I guess that's a good reminder that you don't always know what's going on behind closed doors. The link to donate is in the description of this video. And as I cycled through Germany, I didn't film loads. It's just me, myself, and I. Guten Morgen. Fluent. That was French for good morning, if you didn't know. And as the cycle paths got smoother, the end came closer, I got hit by a car. It was green.
I don't see with the sun, sorry. Is something happened?
No, it's okay for me. I just...
Perfect.
Okay, as long as you're okay, because, yeah, no worries. I got hit by a car because he didn't see me. Luckily, it was green. I was in the right, I was crossing the road, it was green. Why did I say, as long as you're alright? He's the one that hit me. I've stayed in a fair few hostels in my time, this being the most expensive. £42 for one night, and I'm not even in a major city. It was nice though. In fact, after 3 beers at the hostel, I was tempted to have a day off, because this place had a real buzz to it. That was until I was woken up in the middle of the night to a drunk guy offering me his chicken wings. And then I stepped foot outside. Wow, was this place a dump. A real student town that clearly only came alive at night. And so I cycled through the Netherlands quick. In fact, I only spent a day or two here, because this place is heaven for cycling. We're back in Germany. We did cross into the Netherlands yesterday, or 2 days ago, but because of prices on accommodation and the route, I've actually crossed back into Germany. I haven't vlogged much over the past 5 or 6 days, and partly because I've been staying in hostels for the entire time, which means I don't get much privacy, which means I'm not as comfortable talking to camera, and also because the route hasn't been particularly exciting. I'm actually in another hostel now, probably one of my least favourite ones, but no one's in my room, which is why I'm now talking to camera. I did also yesterday, gutted, absolutely gutted. I've just looked at the map as to how far I've got left to go and how far I've come, and it's crazy. It doesn't feel like I've made up that much distance over the past 5 days, but I have. And yeah, very, very excited to get back into normal life.
We've just crossed the border from Germany into the Netherlands, country number 5.
I can feel my thoughts getting deeper as I approach the end of my journey, taking in every bit of this cycle.
Sometimes I think we feel like we don't deserve good things. Like, you deserve to take that risk. You deserve to start a business or to start that hobby you've always wanted to. You deserve to go traveling. It's not too late. Sometimes I feel like we think we can't do these things just because people around us and society makes us feel like that. You owe it to yourself. In 100 years' time, you'll be dead. So go and make the most of this life. Because some people wait until retirement and never even get to do the things they've always dreamed of doing.
I made it to Belgium for the first time. I haven't been to Belgium before, so I've been quite excited about this. I'm having a day off in Bruges tonight, and a hotel, which is amazing because last night I barely slept. I had someone snoring above my head so incredibly loudly. Hostel life is winding me up more and more by the day. I'm actually wishing I could be in a tent again, wishing I could be under a shelter in Denmark. But here we are in Antwerp. It's a funny feeling knowing that I don't have that long left. I'm coming into the last sort of leg, the last few days of my cycle. And yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. It's made me realise a lot of things this cycle. One of those things it's made me realise is without work, sometimes I think work becomes my personality. Like creating content, creating videos is me. And if I don't do that, sometimes I sort of question who I am and the person I want to be. I guess maybe that's something that I think I need to do is through all this sort of healing, quote unquote healing, when I think I'm healing, really I'm just sort of masking. I think a lot of us, when we try to heal from something or we think we're healing, we're actually just masking, whether that's through socializing or whether that's through fitness or whether that's through like work. Sometimes what we think is healing us is actually just masking. It's basically just keeping us busy. And when you sit in silence with yourself, again, my therapist used to say to me, how do you cope with silence? And I used to say, I'm by myself all the time. And he'd say, no, but you're working. Like, how do you cope with silence? Like, when you really reflect on who you are, how do you cope with that? Because a lot of people don't like looking at the parts of themselves that maybe need work on, or maybe have trauma, or maybe they don't like. And this has been a huge 5 weeks of silence for me, in a sense of just reflecting. And there's a part of me that's ready to go home, don't get me wrong, but there's a part of me that has grown a lot of attachment to this bike, and actually I feel a lot of comfort when I'm with my bike. And there's a part of me that's a bit scared to go back to the real world, because right now my purpose is every single day to get on the bike and to cycle, and it's nice. And welcome to Bruges. This is my own room. Cost me £160 for 2 nights, and it was the cheapest thing I could find, but I needed my own space because I've got a day off. It means that now I can walk freely and leave my stuff here, which is cool. This is where my bike is, you can see. And I don't know if you can see this, if you can see that there. That is this here is my broken. I'm going to get this fixed. I'm going to take this later to a bike shop and hopefully get it fixed, but for now it's staying there. They say save the best till last, and this actually has been the best place. Bruges, a perfect stop for a day, It's quite small, so maybe you only need a day. But yeah, I love it.
It's just gone 1 o'clock. I'm back in my hotel room, just been doing a little bit of scripting and a bit of editing for a video today. I'm now about to take my bike over to the bike shop. I gave him a call earlier and he said he can fix it, but I'll have to collect my bike tomorrow, which isn't a problem. But tomorrow I do need to get to Calais or Dunkirk so I can get the ferry over on Friday morning. So hopefully it's a case of picking it up in the morning, not the afternoon. If it's the afternoon, I might have a problem. But so far, my opinion of Bruges is incredible. It's been the first city in a while that as I've entered the city, I've been really excited to explore it. I love it. And actually, I've got 3 things on my to-do list today. The first is Belgian chocolate, then it's Belgian waffles / Belgian ice cream. Hopefully they come together. And then I'm going to finish the day off with a Belgian beer. That is kind of my to-do list.
I never knew shopping for chocolate would be so difficult, especially expensive. My God, is there a lot of shops. In fact, I changed my plan. Why do I need to buy it if I can just go shop to shop testing it for free? That is why I'm a businessman.
Hazelnut, yeah. The chocolate? Or dark milk? Yeah.
And as I ticked off my ice cream and my Belgian beer, I finish off my final day off because tomorrow I actually go home to the UK. I can't believe it.